welcome back to Masks and Muses, our Dragon Age game here on Restless Barbarian Gaming. I didn't forget how short the intro was this time. And my name is, I'm the GM, Aloysius, and I'm here with all of my lovely players tonight. And before we get into what happened last time and what's going on now, I'll have them all introduce themselves in a clockwise fashion, starting with Tiara.
This is the first time this has ever happened. Ever. I don't think I've ever started first. Whoa! I'm usually in the middle somewhere on the screen. So hi, I'm Tiara. I play Duke Montbelliard. She's an apostate, but only a few people know that. And currently, she's really just trying to hold shit together with like her family being harassed by specifically one person from the Chantry, and also trying to support her friend who is trying not to kill somebody from said Chantry. And then also wondering, where's Buccio? What the fuck is he up to? I need you, bat signal.
I haven't seen you in days.
So, yeah, I'll pass it along to Vivi.
You're muted.
We can't. I was gonna say you're muted.
I don't know. I was supposed to recover from that. But you know what? We ball. Fuck it. I'm Vivi, or Viv, whatever you like. I play Anasia, the wonderful stamped placard favorite of the group, and fan favorite. If I toot my own horn, I do mind. No, I will to my own horn, so famously. She's amazing, she's beautiful, she's sexy, she's forward, she's confident, she's planning a revolution, she's capable of killing you, mind blast, and sending you nightmares. So, I mean, what can a girl not do? Get Miriel off her back, apparently. But,
that's an impossibility.
No, she's riding my shit right now, right? But honestly, we're just handling this with like as much, cool, calm, collected nonchalance as possible. I totally did not freak out over a single comment and send her nightmares for a week straight. That's totally not me.
No, that totally did not happen.
Aosia is not who she becomes over the pettiest of actions. But that's about all I got. So super excited this week to see exactly what the fuck is going to happen there. I'll pass it on to Diver, who plays my favorite character.
I'm Diver. Thank you for that introduction. I am playing Miriel Kendrick. She has been since episode 1, I think, possibly the most liked character in this entire chronicle, or whatever we're calling it. So she is a fan favorite, sharing the spotlight with Aosia, competing with her even sometimes, from diametrically the other side of the magic fence, as it were. Hailing from the Chantry, a full-fledged sister of the Chantry, not just a lay sister. She is dressed for the part. She has been contending with the combined acrimony and enmity of the other 3 members of this group. But she has done it all with poise and grace and, no small amount of determination. So I think that our storyteller may have set up the circles in this stream on purpose, perhaps, this evening, because at least I have intentions for you, the fans, to have a scene where Aosia and Miriel get to have some time together, like just those two. So, with that said, and no spoilers, I'm going to pass it over to our good friend Buccio, who is best in the shadows.
Hey, Tom playing Buccio Viari, and I can make that happen. I am the producer here, so I can take us all away. But anyway, playing Buccio Viari. He is just a common working man salt of the earth, just looking to make the world a better place. And I'll just leave it at that.
Well said. So when last we left off, things slowly came to a head as multiple parties converged upon the Montbelliard estate. Insults were thrown. Pettiness was had. A conversation was spied on through the walls. And ultimately, a Chantry sister and a duke came to an agreement to assist each other in their particular matters after much teeth pulling and resistance to honesty.
It was a fierce tug of war. Yeah.
Yes.
Between the noble house lord and a singular representative of the Grand Cathedral.
Yes. But ultimately, a deal was struck, and the Chantry sisters took their leave, and a little regroup happened with the rest of them after the fact, just to basically tell the Duke how awesome he was, essentially, with handling that conversation. But that is more or less where we will be picking up with a circle mage wandering back towards her reluctant abode. Yes, I would say, and coming across a lone Chantry sister who is still out for the evening.
Oh, we're alone.
We're alone. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Tom is coming through on his promise here to really like spotlight us here.
I love that for us. We're so special.
Yeah. So, kind of. Now this is at night, I assume.
This is at night. Yes.
Yeah. So Aosia is making her way back, and not far away. I would wager, I would call it 30 feet, something like that, is Miriel. In front of her, position as though she positioned herself there, holding her staff, her walking stick, as it were, with the sunburst on the top of it, Chantry symbol, that one. And she says, Aosia, she calls out her name, in case she hasn't seen her already.
Aosia like immediately stops walking. And I know I don't mention it very often, but I too have my own stuff. And it has a beautiful orange yellow crystal gem. It's very kind of like Gandalf-esque, but like prettier, you know? My aesthetic. Little thing on that shit. And like, if it was possible, it's almost as if you hear like the wood creak underneath like the force of her grip. Miriel.
You can see that she is alone. Carol and Leonie are not, at least anywhere that you can see them, which assumes that they're not really like in the area, because they're usually like right there flanking her.
The music switch up.
And so she's alone in the street along with Aosia. And while the music playing in the background might indicate that this will turn into a duel right away, Aosia sees Miriel put up a hand. She's holding onto her staff, and she puts up a hand, and she says, "I would recite a verse right now, but I think that would have the opposite of my intended effect. I come in peace."
I'm sure you think you do.
It's more than that. If you'll let me show you. Or I can get out of your way and you can go back to the circle.
What do you want?
Just to talk. Somewhere more private than this. Do you want to take a walk with me? And she will point behind Aosia towards the docks.
I will humor you.
Can you say that one more time? I didn't hear you.
I will humor you.
Okay.
And she'll like step up like right in front of Miriel, and like just kind of like look down at her under her nose and be like, "But I want you to know, in like the most honest way possible, I do not give a fuck if you're from my church. Andraste herself could have delivered you from her hot cooch. You try anything with me, and I will show you exactly why you fear me. Do we have an understanding?"
With a slight raise of her eyebrow, completely unfazed by the threats. I love the poll here. She will say, "Understood. I would expect nothing less from you."
Sure. Well?
And then she will gesture for her to follow, like to come with her. And she will be pretty quiet, except to say that some of the food around here is pretty delicious. And it's just this kind of casual comment that is unrelated to the matter at hand. It's just, just kind of like small talk. And
Just kind of wow.
Yeah. Miriel thinks that so far this is a success because Aosia hasn't tried to set her on fire or anything just yet. So she's just like, okay, this is good. And so she will lead Aosia to a quiet place, kind of a little bit secluded by the docks. The docks are always kind of busy, and there's crates and things and everything else, but like she's sitting in a place where you notice that Miriel is looking around. Like as they're walking there, and as it's very clear, she's not even trying to hide it, but she's like definitely looking for other people. And
make me a perception roll.
Okay.
Do I make one too?
If you want.
Okay. Guys, I feel like I'm being set up. And I'm kind of just walking into it. Which is very Aosia core.
I am never good at rolling these dice. So that is a 9.
12.
A 9.
Yeah.
And a 12. Okay, a 9 and a 12. As far as either of you are concerned, you are entirely alone.
Marjolaine's right on her ass.
Yeah. So she takes you to like this secluded place. There's some crates there. You're mostly blocked from view. It's not. It's a fairly private sort of little nook that she's and there's the dock there, and there's of course the water of the bay and things like that. And she sits down, keeping her staff next to her, and she says, "I want to speak with you honestly."
Listen, I already have a feeling I know what's going on. I actually don't appreciate it. Like, I've got zero interest in you in that kind of way. And, like, it's, like, not happening. Like, ever. At all.
She smirks, and she's like, "Well, that's a shame." and she says, "But that's not why I'm here. I would take you to someplace much nicer than this if that were my intention."
What is going on?
Yeah.
WLW.
Yeah. And she
Aosia was like, "I'm setting an energy," and Miriel's like, "What if I match it though?"
Right. and so she says, "I'm here alone, and I want you to be here alone, because I can't be who I am around the others."
What, gay?
She's like, you have one track, don't you? You just, she's like, "No." She says, I want to ask a few questions of you, and it's up to you if you want to answer them or not. But I am not. Maybe I should start by apologizing.
Oh, this is great. What's for? Because I've got a list.
Once again, you don't disappoint. She says, "I may have been more unkind to you than perhaps I needed to be. But to be fair, you are kind of a bitch."
Wow. No, I'll be honest. I have not been my absolute nicest self, because you're a raging cunt.
She will nod.
A wretched, raging cunt, by the way. Capital. Exclamation point.
She lets Aosia finish. She's like, "Yeah. Exclamation points. I like it. Yeah. Thank you. It's a persona."
If you're gonna like trauma dump about like why your childhood was bad to me or whatever in this moment, like I am really not the one for this.
No. I think you're carrying enough of that as it is. I don't mean that in a terrible way. I know that you've suffered. Who hasn't in the circles? And this is why I say that I apologize for the comment that I made earlier about you belonging there. It's not a reflection of how I truly feel most of the time. There are moments wherein you are also a cunt. And maybe in those moments, I needed a little bit but you don't deserve that. I can be better. At least I can be myself here. And she looks around again where no one else is watching. And she will continue. She will let Aosia kind of like think about that for a second and say, I have a couple questions before I tell you more. Were you listening in the conversation that I had with the Duke?
How the fuck was I supposed to be listening to your conversation with the Duke?
She says, I come from the Chantry, and in the Chantry there's no secrets. The walls have ears and eyes. The sisters, they gossip all the time. It's foolish to think that anything is ever private in the Chantry. And I just assume the same for other places as well.
Okay, so the place where you suck God's dick and work is full of nosy cunt bitches, and so you assume everyone else is the same as you.
Of course. We're all human beings after all.
I'm not.
In a manner of speaking.
So do you want to like summarize what I was supposed to hear from your conversation with the Duke, or was it not?
Sure,
like
I can
basis?
do that for you. We came to an agreement, but only after he forced me to speak of where I came from. Do you want to take a guess as to where that is? Or shall I tell you?
On like the deepest, fieriest level of fucking hell.
And Miriel nods, by this point, ready for the next beat and the next sting from Aosia. And she says, close, but no. Although Kirkwall has resembled hell from time to time, or the worst parts of the Fade. That's where I'm from. It's not something I go around talking about. And it is part of my past, and it is part of what colors my views, as it were. Views that you, of course, find offensive and
Abhorrent, repulsive.
reprehensible. Yes. Do you know what happened at Kirkwall?
I have a feeling you're going to tell me anyway, so go ahead.
A mage by the name of Anders actually blew up the Chantry. Leveled it. People died. Innocent people died. And it was utterly in ruins. It was a horrific display of power. And that was not even the only event that happened there. But it was one that was significant and colored everyone's experience that comes from there. And it was what happens when a mage does not control their power and uses it to destroy an institution of good and benevolence, and one that helps many people. I know you have opinions.
No, continue. I am finding this to be really, really obtuse.
Mm-hmm. She goes on, she says, well, then maybe you'll be more eager to answer my other question. I didn't want to give you the history lesson if you didn't want it, which is why I asked. But then there's this matter of nightmares. She gives her a look, and she says, these particular nightmares that I've had for the last few nights have recognizable themes in them. And she says, I'm not pointing any fingers, but I was wondering if you would want to tell me whether or not, just between us, you had anything to do with that.
Well, between us, Miriel, there is nothing between us.
Not yet, no.
Look,
Apart from all this tension between us, yes.
Yeah, like a knife.
Yes, I agree, like a knife. So the dreams, are they your doing?
Why would you think that?
Oh, you know, the you belong in here, the circle theme, all of it the same every night, night after night, being tortured like someone in the circle, which I hope is not happening to you, even if you are kind of a bitch. But I'm sure that maybe you're drawing inspiration, if these are your doing, from other things in your life, perhaps, or maybe it's just all spite for me. I don't really know. But I understand if it is your doing. I'm not here to seek retribution for your tantrums.
So, like, what are you here for? Because, like, I have a super busy schedule of going back into my walk to the tower. And,
Do you really want to get back to the circle?
yeah, you know, I'm always so desperate to go back to the cage, you know, just really roaring to get back into my enclosure where I belong.
Yeah, absolutely. She takes out the amulet. She says, "This, Aiden sent me this. He sent me this because it was a way for him to tell me that he was going to die. He would not send this to me if he wasn't sure that he was going to die." And then she's going to look out over the bay, and she says, "And I think he might be somewhere at the bottom of all of this. That's why I came here, is to find out what happened to him." And I cared about him. I did. I know that he had his problems. And I know that someone had him killed. Or at least that's what I believe. It's what I've been told, and I believe it. And I want to find out what happened with him. I don't think I'll ever be able to recover his body or anything like that. I don't think I will. I think he's lost to me forever. But he was a good friend to me, maybe even a little more. And just gonna tuck it back in.
Do I recognize this amulet or whatever the fuck?
No, you do not recognize it.
I have one just like it, and she pulls out another one.
Well, I know you got that at a fucking gift shop.
No, not these. These are one of a kind. And I would not be here if it wasn't for the fact that he sent that to me. You can tell she wants to say more. She says, "I'm not against you. I'm really not. I'm not your enemy. And I'm not here to persecute you or to torture you with dreams or to see that you are punished. I mean, I feel like you're already being punished. Just between you and me. I know the circle can't be a pleasant place to live. And I'm sorry that you are there. I can't say that in front of other people.
I don't trust you. And to be honest, I really don't believe you.
You don't have any reason to. And I wouldn't expect you to.
You go on about this two-face, this persona, about the chantry being good. Right? Boo-hoo, Kirkwall, the chantry blew up. Innocent people died. My family was innocent. Templars came into my home. And they slaughtered my parents in front of me. When I was 9. We had done nothing but live peaceful little lives outside of everybody's fucking radar. In your good place of a chantry, in a place of light and help to all the innocent fucking people in the world, beheaded my parents in front of me, and they put me in a fucking box.
I'm sorry.
There is nothing good about the chantry, what they do to me, to my people.
Not everyone in the chantry is like that.
But enough. Enough to fund Templars. Enough to spew hate and punish me for something a bunch of people did thousands of fucking years ago. Enough, people. That you saying what you say about me in public is fine. Acceptable. Common. Enough that I can't fucking leave the city. I have to have a fucking permission slip to leave my tower. I'm not sorry you fucking blew up your church.
I know you're angry. I know you have every reason to be. I'm not going to tell you not to be. And I'm sorry those things happened to you. I have seen circles fall. I've known about circles falling. They have fallen. Starkhaven, Lake Callan. You're dangerous. I'm dangerous. The Chantry's best purpose is to help people. The Chantry's good people, the good people in the Chantry, the good Templars even, are there to help and protect people. Do they all do that? No, they certainly don't. The right of annulment has been used too many times, in my opinion. And there are Templars ready to cut down mages and do what they did to you. But I can also tell, or at least it seemed to me, that at least one seems to care about you.
She's immediately gonna put her staff against your throat.
If you said something after that, I got the staff against the throat part.
Shut your fucking mouth. I will have your lifeblood and not be sorry for it.
She's going to put her hand against the staff. I'm not here to endanger any of that. I am happy for you. I'm glad you have that. Some people can walk this entire earth free to go from town to town, place to place, and never find anything like that. How rare and special it should be that even confined as you are, that there is someone from of all the walks of life, that one, that can show you the kindness that perhaps maybe everyone should show to each other. I hope that you're able to have that for as long as you can. I sincerely do. It's clear to me that you care a lot. And I don't know if I believe in fate or not, but it seems to me that if you were not taken to the circle, you might not have ever met him.
I could live with that. I'm a full, conscious being, with or without them. You think I would say I'm glad to have love rather than freedom and parents and a family? I would die an old, miserable crone if I could have them back. Rich, ignorant woman.
I know that's what you want. Your freedom. And if I can help you, if you will let me be an ally to you in that, I will not stand in your way.
You can't.
But I want you to understand every single time in recorded history when mages, those imbued with magical gifts as you are, have been allowed to walk free, you need only look at Tevinter.
Ancient.
Still here. Still enslaving people. Mages. Magocracy. Ruled
You
by
act
mages.
like being corrupt is something special to mages. Is slavery unique to mages? Is corruption unique to mages? Are we the only species, the kind, who indulges in such criminal and cruel behavior? No. We are just like every single one of you. Capable of greatness, capable of great power, capable of great harm.
But the
You could have
Chantry
one
doesn't
day-
enslave people.
They don't. What do you call me? Am I free to go as I please?
No.
Are all of my rights uninhibited? Am I given the freedom of choice in every aspect of my life? I am a tool. I am not a being. Your Chantry thinks it's superior to the Winter because they're too cowardly to give it its real name. I am its slave, its weapon.
You are protected and given a chance to lead your life, even if it is under the watch of the Templars. You are out here talking to me. You are alive. Your path inside the circle is not one of chains. I've been to Kirkwall. I know what it looks like when people are in chains.
There are many kinds.
I know what it looks like when mages determine the hierarchy of everyone else. And believe me, it's bloody. And no one survives.
Wow, like it's never happened to anybody else? All
I
your
am-
cases aren't specific enough. And maybe, God forbid, if we were just allowed to exist, there are people who always hunger for power and who are corrupt.
That's true. Of course, you're right. But the purpose of the circles is to help protect people from those who cannot manage that power in a responsible way, who would inflict harm on others. And I think you know as well as I do that with enough power, a mage is far more gifted and dangerous than one of these dock workers.
And yet who protects me? Not your chantry. Not you. My existence is a series of tolerance and allowances. I'll admit the bare minimum idea of the circle without the influence of the chantry has some direct sort of appeal, apprenticeships, protection, positive intent. And your church ruins it. We could have towers of study, knowledge, of protection. Instead, you pen us. And then you place us out at your will. You don't even give us the chance to be good.
Not all of us.
That's enough. Always enough. What do you want from me, Miriel? Because my patience grows short. And our words circle.
Only this. I just wanted a moment to be honest with you and to hear you. To let you know that I am not against you. I know what you want. And I am not going to stand in your way. Because I know that you are, even now, working towards that in any way you can. I know that because of the way you speak about the chantry. I know that because of the way you speak about your childhood. I know that because of the way you speak about him. I want you to know that when the time comes, I will not stand in your way. But I also want you to know, when you get what you want, be careful. They will always fear you. And this world has a way of turning dreams into nightmares.
It's a good thing I'm forced to be reckoned with. And that dreams bend beneath my will.
Be careful that you do not give justification to the very worst parts of the chantry in exercising your power. You do not want to reaffirm those beliefs, as so many others have done. I, darn it.
Okay, better.
Oh, okay. All right, great. Sorry. So she says, do not become the very thing that the very worst parts of the chantry make you out to be. Do not reaffirm the worst parts of their belief by exercising your powers. I want to believe in you. I want to believe in the world you want to see. But history says a different thing. And while the chantry has done exalted marches and has done horrible things, it has also done good. And I believe mages can do good as well, but they have also toppled circles. They have also destroyed innocent lives. They have also destroyed chantries. They have also ruled over nations and enslaved them. We both want a world that is neither of those things. And I want you to know that no matter who I may appear to be, among others, that when the time comes, I will give you a chance to be the mage I hope you can be, and not the mage the chantry would have you be.
I do an insight or perception check.
You may do a perception roll.
I am feeling so dubiously duped. Do I get advantage because I'm that guy?
No.
All right. That is a 11.
11. She seems to be speaking with sincerity.
Guys, fuck me. I'm getting turned over on this one. Man. All over my fucking eyes. Want what you wish. I alone determine my fate. What it means to be a true mage. I'm held up to a greater responsibility than you. Every step has to be nicety and perfection. God forbid my breath be too threatening. He's gonna begin to back away and be like, is that all? Why are you typing? What's going on?
You're just cutting in and out for me too, so yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Do you want me to repeat?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
If you would.
What did I just say? He was like, I am held to a different standard of responsibility than you common folk. Make or forbid my breath. I alone will determine my fate. I don't need you and your chantry to determine what it means to be a good mage for me. That's what it's being a decent person is called. Mage or not. Is that all you wanted to profess to me? Or can I go back to my box?
She will look down and then across at the bay and say, I'm going to send a request to the necromancers of Navarra tomorrow. They will be able to tell me the truth about Aiden Kincaid and his fate. Using magical arcane power.
How nice to have it at your disposal. Useful when you need it.
I hope that perhaps one day I might be able to show you, just as a certain Templar has, that not all of us are going to stand in your way or persecute you in the way that some already have. But I will not ask your forgiveness, and I will not ask you to not be angry. And you are absolutely right when you say that your path is yours to walk alone. Would you like me to accompany you back to the circle?
No.
I'm sorry, was that a no?
Fuck no.
Okay. She will say, well, then I appreciate your honesty with me. And I hope that perhaps on some level you appreciate my honesty with you.
Yeah, she's gonna walk off a little bit and take a little pause and just sort of turn her head back a bit. He died in the dark. Alone. In over his head. I don't know who. I don't know how. Blade. But we left him there to rot. And I gave him safe passage. Into the world beyond. Should you ask me any more about this before I tell you any more about this? Or should someone come knocking on my door, whispering a single word of it? Your life will be forfeit, Miriel. What I do will make all the dreams and nightmares I made you suffer pale in comparison. This is me being nice.
You can tell her throat is tight, and she nods and says, thank you. I think I'm going to stay here for a little while.
Care for him too. He was not a good man. He did not always do good things. I loved him very briefly. Because he was a brilliant friend. And I sent him off with all the kindness that deserved. Despite how we ended.
Thank you.
And she's gonna go walk back to the tower.
Okay. Miriel, do you do anything as you linger a while?
She's going to linger a while, and then I would say probably about 15, 20 minutes later, she will head back to the cathedral.
All right. Would one of you call me evens or odds?
Odds.
Even.
Whatever gets me my good result.
Right. That's the best answer right there.
Odds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aosia. On the way back to on the way
Doing
back
by the
to
narrative, girl.
I was like, on the way back to the White Spire, one particular wall on a building catches your attention, as in big, giant red letters strewn across this wall reads, Aiden lives.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. She's just gonna stop. I need to tell the group chat. No, he fucking doesn't. I just want Aiden to be alive. Not a lot of people. A lot of enemies. Who the fuck? Can I make a cunning roll
You may.
to try and kind of be like, who would possibly benefit from writing Aiden lives?
Yes, you may make me a cunning roll.
Guys, I don't think we're being particularly cunning today. Doing by the narrative. We have to be communication roll actually. No. I got a 10.
A 10? You are genuinely baffled and have no clue why anyone would write this.
I need to consult a wise woman and man. Long doesn't even begin to describe this thing. Oh my god. Oh my. And she just like rambles to herself as she like peels off and walks back to the tower.
Okay.
Am I hallucinating? She slipped me something. The cunt. I need a melatonin. I need to get high. need sex. Fuck.
AOC needs a lot of things.
Needs a lot of things. Yeah, she's just going back home. Not even
All right.
going back to the tower. What the fuck is supposed to do with that?
Super fair. You head on back to the tower, and we move on to the next day. I say we'll start out with Buccio.
Not guilty.
So you
Note to the audience, totally guilty.
Yeah.
Out your damn spot.
Yeah. So after your little adventure last night, what are your intentions?
Back to work today, digging ditches or whatever his latest occupation has been. I need to on that latest comment, paint the town red. Need to chime in there, and just talking with his coworkers. Anything interesting that's going on? Just
they have not heard
they're
shit.
uninteresting people, right?
They have not heard shit. They are these particular folk are apparently not up on the hot goss.
Okay.
Around town.
Okay, that's fair enough. And I guess around lunchtime, maybe he's gonna go visit Montbelliard.
Oh, okay.
Just take a stroll over, see what's going on in the neighborhood, and just keep his eye out for nuns and sisters, and just kind of taking a stroll around the neighborhood.
Yeah. I was like, just for shits and gigs, make me a perception roll.
Sounds excellent. I need to find my character sheet then.
This dude would come by after all the nonsense of the day before, just missing it by 24 hours.
Okay.
Not even 24 hours.
Let's see. That's not very good. That's an 8. So
Coast is clear.
yeah. Alrighty. So just have they posted more guards up front, or is it the same kind of security detail?
It does not seem like it has, gotten heavier or anything. It seems par for the course as for how it normally is.
Okay. Maybe before heading back to work, he's gonna swing into was it the unnamed bar or whatever we were calling it?
Yeah, the bar with no name.
The bar with no name, and which in a way is a name.
Yeah.
And he's gonna swing in for one, and maybe he's the foreman or something of the team, so he's allowed to have a drink at lunch.
Yeah, maybe. We can say fuck it, why not?
Yeah. He'll just swing in for one. Kind of processing that nothing's really changed at the estate. So maybe the threat level hasn't changed. But for right now, he's just gonna swing in. Is Eel around?
Eel is there.
Eel is. he's their norm. He's always there.
He's like the staple.
Exactly.
He's like, we would not be in business if Eel was not here.
Exactly. So as he's having a drink, he'll make some small talk with Eel. So what's new?
Not much. Been dreadfully dull as of late, unfortunately. How about yourself?
digging ditches. You know, it's honest work, and just here and just you know, it's boring, but you know, it keeps me out of trouble.
Well, at least you're honest about it.
I do, yeah. And the threats are rolling in. Well, nobody's come to see him, so how does he know what's going on? So
I love it when he literally stops by the estate. He's like, "No, I'm not going to say hi, though."
Not yet. He just taking. It was only lunchtime, so he was just taking a stroll by. And doesn't seem to be really saying anything. So
yeah, he seems a bit,
reserved.
Reserved today.
Okay. Usually he's offering things, or so. Hey, he doesn't get paid if he doesn't work. So you got to build a criminal empire somewhere, right? Yeah. So I think he may go back to the estate maybe after work, and probably wants to get cleaned up a little bit before he goes over. So he may swing by his place and clean up a little bit, and then swing over.
All right, sounds good. Well, in the meantime, at the Montbelliard estate, is anything going on prior to Buccio's arrival?
I mean, Ade was literally like, I'm gonna go and have to track him down, but I'll go and ask and see if he can look into things. So I'm assuming that Ade leaves to try and find Buccio, which is why I'm like, shit.
Well, I say, make me a perception roll.
Oh my god. Okay. That is 10 plus. I'm sorry. I guess I closed out of my sheet.
As I drop my dice on the ground.
Okay, cool. In that time frame, I'll look at what my modifier is. Okay, so it's 11.
11. You manage to catch Buccio on his way out of the bar with no name.
With who?
Huh?
No name?
No.
The bar with
catch
no name.
Buccio on his
Oh,
way
the
out
bar
of
with
the bar.
no
Yes,
Exactly.
out of the bar with no
I
name.
forgot. We freaking call it that. Oh
Yes.
my God.
Well, it's always either the bar with no name or the bar with the ever-changing name. It's
Yeah.
always one of those two.
So, okay. Then, as soon as Onyx happens to just spy Buccio, she makes a beeline for him. She's just like, Buccio!
Ade. Oh, hey.
You see Ade speed walking towards you with a vengeance.
He's like, uh-oh.
Turns around and walks in.
No. He waits.
Just like, I gotta go back inside.
I got to go clock back in. So, yeah, the ditches aren't going to dig themselves.
Ade walks up to you and just like, this is perfect. So I needed to talk to you. I was going to be looking for you, and I realized I actually don't even know where you're currently staying. So this is very fortuitous for me. I have a question and potentially a official request.
Let's take a walk around from the corner, because he glances back at the bar to see if anyone's watching. So he's like, come with me, and he's gonna lead her away from the bar.
Yeah, I'd say you would notice that Eel sort of clocks you just lingering in the doorway, but
Yeah.
you know, he doesn't move or anything.
Okay. All right. He's gonna just kind of lead her, probably towards somewhere crowded, where there's lots of people around, where they can still talk, but they're in a crowd, so they can't be seen as well. It's lunchtime; people are, milling about.
Yeah. Especially if you go to the Summer Bazaar.
Bazaar.
Plenty of people out and about in there.
Yeah. And nothing wrong with two people talking in a huge crowd. There's nothing secret with that.
No, nothing wrong with that at all.
Yep. So, it's almost like he's done this before. So he's like, how have things been at the estate?
Oh. Buccio. Ugh.
The
Can't see
exasperation.
Ade's. All you can. Ade's kind of wearing like essentially like a 3/4 mask, where just the mouth and chin are open, and you can just kind of see, like, you ask that question in like tense lines, like her lips pull a little bit thin. Just like, ugh. It has been a very tiring few days. It seems that the sister has decided to avail herself of all services that the estate can offer to her. And she also met Eosia, and you can imagine how that went.
Oh, yeah.
And then met Eosia again yesterday, and that also was... I'm just trying to keep them from destroying our house, essentially. But I have a query for you.
Mm-hmm.
And as I mentioned, this comes as... And Ade just kind of like takes out a fan, right? Fan herself, hide her lips behind. This comes as an official request of House Montbelliard. I am acting in the interests of the patriarch. The mask found on Eden Kincaid. It seems it was not the only one of its kind, as our sister has also found more. So, we are hoping that perhaps we could either employ your services or see if you can point us in the direction of someone who might be able to uncover just how she happened to get her hands on official property of the Comtesse Solange.
Well, at first blush, it sounds like you have a mole. Someone feeding her information.
Mm-hmm. She could not even verify if the information she got from this source was trustworthy or not.
Or she's just bullshitting you.
Oh.
And hoping you'll...
No, I have to have... Well, I think that perhaps she could bullshit me. I do think that the private conversation she had with the patriarch revealed a bit more of the truth than she had hoped to have to give.
Mhm. Well, when we spoke, I said I did not want any official ties to you and anything that could be used against you.
Yes, I remember.
But you know, I hear on the streets from people coming into town, merchants and other less reputable people, that there's talk that that people are spotting Aiden outside the city, far from here. I mean, who knows where these rumors are being started? And who knows who's seen what? Maybe this Miriel is wrong. You don't know that, right? I mean, you and I know certain things, but people talk and small little.
Can I perceive Buccio?
Sure.
You absolutely can.
I would like to perceive Buccio so bad right now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh wait, okay, just
Is
to
that a good
clarify,
oh my
because
god
I
or a
always,
bad oh my god?
I think it's a great oh my god, but I just want to make sure I rolled the right number of dice. How many D10 is it?
It's D6s.
D6s.
Thank you. That's why I said,
And it's
oh my
three.
god, that's not right.
And it's
There we
3
go.
of them.
I rolled the wrong fucking dice. There we go.
Be like, I got a 30. I'd be like, oh, fucking
Exactly.
shit. I'm like, how did you do that?
I made it part of my reality.
Yeah. Anything below a 30
Well,
did not align with
actually-
my reality.
I love it. We love to win. So that is well, not win, but that was a 13 plus. What is it again? What am I rolling? Perception. So 14.
All right, Buccio, make me a communications roll.
Sure.
It's gonna be like 35. I forgot this was Buccio for a
And
second.
he is not trying to be deceptive, actually. So I'm not going to add my deception to this because he is not trying to deceive her.
Interesting. Okay.
8, 9, 14.
14. Dang.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. We're just
don't-
both staring at each other.
Yeah, I'd say defenders win in this case. So, yeah, I'd say, what Buccio's saying, sounds far-fetched, but when have you known Buccio to be untruthful with you?
And he's got a little more to say.
Okay.
Things are in motion. Slowly. But things are in motion that will help put things right. Maybe make someone's claims and stories not sound so accurate. Maybe cast reasonable doubt in the eyes of not only the public, but stories get back to chantries and Templars as well. Do you see where I'm going with this?
I feel like it is
Reasonable doubt.
hard for Ade to not feel like, who is this Buccio right now?
It's a side you haven't seen. So things can be changed without shedding a drop of blood, without being obvious. He wants to say trust in the system, but that's not an expression yet. So, or trust in the process, rather. Trust the process. There we go. Yep.
I would say our concerns are less about what it is that Sister Miriel is looking into. Our main, well, actually, our primary concern is knowing who had the audacity to give property of the House of Montbelliard to someone it does not belong to.
If you think you have a rat within the house, I can help find the rat.
That's what I want to know. I just want to know who either the mole is or has supplied her with this information so that we can deal with them.
And that's not even working officially for you. That's just being a friend. I've been a guest of the house several times. I'm not receiving any pay. I'm just staying for a weekend. So I think we can solve two problems at once. Find your rat and dissuade Sister Cunt from bothering you any further. Pardon my coarse language. I sound like Eosia. So.
Just seems she's rubbed off on you a little bit.
She has.
I would have to discuss this before giving an answer.
Of course, of course.
As it is the current belief that doing this in a quiet fashion, in a underhanded official capacity, is better for the reputation and narrative of the house.
The less anyone knows, the better. You can't lie if you didn't know it was happening.
I will relay this information.
I'll check back with you in 2 days. Unless you need me.
Could you make it tomorrow evening?
Of course, of course.
All right. Well, I thank you for your time today. It's been lovely.
I had planned on stopping by this evening after I'd had a chance to clean up. I'm a little dirty and didn't want to show up at your estate looking like a common working man.
Well, it seems the hard work looks good on you though, Buccio. You're seeming rather flush with vitality.
I am. Digging ditches is honest work, and you meet all sorts of interesting people in the streets.
Well, knowing you, I'm sure. Well, for now, unless you have further need of me, I will let you return to your day.
Of course.
But it's good to see you.
And he takes one more look around to see if anybody's watching.
Make me another perception roll.
You got it. Sloppy dice. 4, 10. Gets +2, so maybe a 12.
You get a passing glance here and there. You are surrounded by people after all, but you don't see anybody like actively, paying attention to you or anything.
If I'm trying not to be seen, it's harder to see if someone's watching me too. So it's
Yeah.
double-edged sword. So.
The maker is always watching.
Okay.
This is true, as they say.
And he will slide off into the crowd and head back to work.
He saw when you did that property damage.
He knows what you did. The maker always knows. All right, so you head on back to digging ditches.
Yep.
Ade, are you up to anything else?
Well, so here's the thing. I think Ade just wants a little bit of time to think on what Buccio said before making a decision, because I did remember that her uncle said, I trust your judgment, whatever you decide to do.
Mhm.
Uh so I think she just wants to give it like some time to simmer over that. Uh but I think that Ade would like to go and speak with her uncle and then ask for official permission to go and speak with her mother.
Okay. You head on over back to the estate and go up. You find your uncle in his office.
All right. I'll kind of announce myself. Uh, this it is me, Ade. I was wondering if you had a moment to speak.
Yes, come in.
Right. Well, let myself in, close the door. I'll go and sit across from the Duke. So, there were some other things that I wanted to speak with you about, but didn't happen with all the excitement that happened yesterday. I went and spoke with Florin while you were gone.
I know.
Frowns a little bit, was like, I figured you did, but I still figured I should say it.
I appreciate you saying it.
Do you know what I went to speak with her about?
I assume it is about your grandmother.
Not him not even being able to say mom. That's crazy. Wow. Grief is so interesting, huh? It was. I went to appeal to her to go and visit. And since you seem to know everything that happens in the estate, I'm sure you know that she did. Twice.
I'd heard whispers.
I'm not naive enough to think that going and speaking to her one time absolves anything that ever happened, or that she's had a change of heart or anything like that, even wants anything to do with me. But while I'm grateful that you and grandfather and grandmother did what you did to protect me, I would like to go and speak with her.
You're a grown woman, that is your choice to make, but I would advise doing it sooner rather than later if you so choose to do that. I believe she is planning on taking her leave of us yet again, relatively soon.
Has Florian like left the estate multiple times?
She has, since we've sort of like established that you have that your family like has a place more like out in the countryside, it is not uncommon for her to just leave to head there because she's, she already isolates herself in the West Wing as is. So
Okay.
it does not make much of a difference for her.
Okay, then Lottie just kind of nods. Do you happen to know when she plans to leave?
I do not, as you know, my sister and I are not on speaking terms unless it is absolutely necessary. This is only what I've heard from the servants.
All right. Then, I suppose there's no time to hesitate about that. I might as well go right now. Thank you.
Do not thank me. I wish you luck in whatever it is you wish to speak with her about.
Nod. And I just kind of wants to say something else to her uncle, but thinks better of it and heads out. And I'll head to the West Wing. The wing that she hates the most, that Florine. She hates it.
Mm-hmm.
It's her bad side.
Yeah, you head on through the West Wing. And not sneaking through this time. And
I feel like
eventually...
it feels strangely deserted this time, not sneaking.
Yeah. And it is pretty empty. Like servant traffic is very few and far between.
I mean, like somebody pushed a button like code red, everybody scatter.
Everyone get the fuck out. But you walk through the West Wing and eventually make your way to the room that Florine is staying in.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
Are there pictures of Florine up in this estate at all?
I would say that the Duke has one portrait of him, Florine, and their parents that hangs up in one of the more like private areas of the estate, but to your knowledge, that's the only one that is.
Like the rest of the family is up on the regular walls?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I knock on the door. It's Ade.
It's sort of just a silence for an uncomfortable amount of time before you just hear, "Come in."
I let myself in, close the door behind me. I waste no time. She's sitting in the same chair over by the window.
Yep, she's in the chair by the window. Another glass of wine just on the table next to her that she occasionally picks up and sips.
You went to go see grandmother.
I did. You were quite insistent on the matter, so I figured I might as well.
You went twice.
I did.
I'm glad you got that chance.
You see, she doesn't really say anything to that. She just takes another sip of her wine.
I understand that you'll be leaving us again soon. And I don't know when you'll come back this time. Obviously, our lives don't ever really seem to intersect.
No, they don't.
Can I ask why? I mean, many years have passed. So, I guess I just wonder if you were capable of doing it. Why you never did.
Time does not wash away people's memories nearly as much as we may like to pretend that it does. And my brother has made it quite clear that he does not really want me around. He tolerates that I stay in this wing. But that is the extent of our relationship, and that is the extent of how it has been for a good long while.
But what about me?
And what about you?
You care about what he thinks, but you don't. Does nothing that I think matter at all to you? Did it cross your mind at all at any point? Or was it just thoughts enough to make you want to have anything to do with me?
And quite frankly, I didn't think you wanted anything to do with me. The first time you come and sneak away from my brother's oversight is to come and tell me to go and see my dying mother. If it were not for that case, then I do not think you would have come to see me. So I think it's best not to point fingers in either direction. We've both made choices.
Ade takes
My brother has made choices, and
her
we live with
mask
those
off.
choices.
She sets it down on the table near the wine. And she looks at her mother. I am your child. The onus of repairing the relationship and trust that you broke does not belong to me. You were the adult. I was the child. And you can dress that up however you want with your words, but it doesn't change that fact. You are my mother. And you did hurt me. But that didn't just make me stop wanting my mother at any point. I needed you and I didn't have you. And you never even tried to come and see me.
She sort of like gets up out of her chair and says, even if it were solely up to me, your uncle would never have allowed that. And I think we both know why. I did try once when you were much, much younger. And he made it very clear that I was to stay far, far away from you. So do not tell me that I didn't even try. Do not tell me that it was solely up to me. When my family has made it clear that I am not wanted here.
I think there's two wolves inside of Ade. And one wolf is like, this woman's anger towards her family is understandable because she needed support that she did not get. And then when she no longer fit the mold that they wanted for her, it's like they started trying to erase her from public view and memory. People don't reference her. They don't talk about her. But the other wolf is like,
it's like, fuck you.
The amount of not being able to take any ownership because of like an intense need to deflect is also they're howling at each other. I don't know. So I think Ade takes a hard look at Florin, and I would like to just kind of get a idea of like just how does she seem in this moment? Pretty well composed, or are cracks showing? Is there exhaustion? Is there anger?
Make me a perception roll.
My favorite. Wow. Okay, that's going to be a. Oh, I should know by now. I have a +1. That's a 13.
13. Even though she spends a lot of her time away from the public eye, you can tell that she's really mastered concealing her emotions. For the most part, you definitely do see some sort of like cracks in the facade. What exactly those cracks are is a little hard to tell. She could be just like agitated. She could be hurt. It's a bit difficult to say what exactly she is feeling. Or at the very least, it's hard to read how she's feeling.
Take a deep breath. Nod. You know, I used to go back and forth so much. From anger to sadness to acceptance about all of this. Anger that you didn't seem to want me. Because I reminded you of something that hurt more than you could love me. Sadness. That I was maybe not enough to help in any real way with that pain, even though I didn't understand it as a child. Not enough to be able to do anything real for you. An acceptance that sometimes, no matter what we want, it may just not be meant for us. And I wish that there was a way for us to mend our relationship. But I also don't know. And if that's not something that you're even interested in, if all you can feel right now is your anger and hurt towards the family, towards uncle, towards grandmother and grandfather. And I'm not saying you don't have a right to be angry with them. But if that's something that you can't ever move past to even feel a desire to repair and mend your relationship with me, then I could do all the thinking in the world and it doesn't mean anything. And it will never amount to anything.
She sort of like takes a step towards the window and just looks outside. And she sort of like introspects for a minute and says, "You were enough for me. I did want you. I was unwell. I did something horrible to you that at the time I thought I was helping you. I was always told that elf-blooded humans never gave any indication of elven heritage, and perhaps it was all in my mind at the time, but I could have sworn that your ears were more pointed than they should have been, and I was scared for you, and I was scared for myself. And I did something that I cannot take back. That was my choice to make, regardless of circumstances. And she'll sort of like turn away from the window and start slowly walking towards the door and say, as for now, you have been just fine without me. You are better off without me. And she opens the door and I'd say for the first time actually like looks back at you and says, just like everybody else. And she will walk out the door.
I think Ade closes her eyes and just starts weeping quietly. And so that's what Ade's up to, y'all.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm done with this interaction for right now. I gotta blow my nose.
I got some things for Buccio to do if you need a refresher.
Sure.
Didn't mean to jump in line.
No, you're good.
Okay. A couple quick things. He wants to go on another late night painting.
Yes, I would say we can see this is like the things that you're up to over the course of the next few days.
He's gonna go out.
I would like
night.
to. No, wait a minute. I'm going to step in here.
Okay.
Because we went through a whole day now, and so before we get to the next, I mean, you're free to do that, but I imagine that at some point during the next day, we can work out the details of how this happens in the last episode of this season. But so anyways, but Miriel will, no doubt, I imagine, walking around the city, see this graffiti at some point. Unless you want me to make a perception check to see if she notices the big red letters.
No, I'd say it would definitely have made its way around, at the very least, like the immediate area.
Right.
So I'd say you definitely would have heard about it before you saw it, but you definitely would have been able to.
So
see
whenever
it.
this happens, she will be back shortly. with a pail of soapy water and what passes for a sponge in the Dragon Age universe, and just
I'm sure they have sponges.
Yeah,
No, that's
yeah,
too much of a stretch.
Right, I know, right? Just like slowly doing the very mundane work of cleaning the wall, and just like in a very sisterly fashion, not too proud for this, just cleaning off the graffiti. So, and she of course is probably going to get help from her two companions, but
yes. I'd say, well, yes, two other Chantry sisters show up, and some familiar faces show up to assist with the scrubbing of this wall.
Yes, and it's just quiet, kind of like cleaning. It's not. There's not much that's being said. It's just quiet cleaning, and that's what it is. She's not looking around. She's not even giving it the time of day, except to just do the work, And so while Bukio's out digging ditches, Miriel is out erasing the graffiti that he's putting up. So, yeah, she's not even. It's totally solemn. She's not. There's no expression there. It's just kind of the mechanical, cleaning. So cleaning up the city like Chantry does sometimes.
As you do.
All right, so you can go back to doing whatever shenanigans.
Sure,
I'm just saying that she's doing that, in your wake, basically. Okay. Yeah.
Well then, GM, may I? Then there's going to be two other spots in the city that he will find. And he would also, on one of them, he will do Aiden Lives. Another one, he is going to do The Chantry Lies.
Damn.
And then he wants to... He probably can't do it till the next day. Wants to find out... he wants to start getting information about the Montbelliards. About maybe maybe what people outside the family say about them. He's going to start doing a little, maybe he has to call out sick from digging ditches. It was a late night, and they're going to grumble, oh, we need ditches digged, but
and
but
he's shut up, you're fine.
Exactly. Where can he go to find out more history about the family?
I'd say probably the university library is a pretty solid place you could go for that.
Okay. Yeah, he'll get cleaned up, probably in his his nice clothes, and he wants to go there because what his intention is, if somebody has a grudge with the family, he wants to start digging into that, because he's going to get the official version from Ade, but he wants more information as well. So,
okay, then make me
a library roll.
Make me a cunning roll.
Cunning roll. Okay, it's not Call of Cthulhu. I know. So. Cunning. I think it's cultural lore. Would that possibly?
I'd allow that. Sure.
Okay. All right.
He's not even from Orlais.
He's some kind of, I forget what his thing is. He's like a not an orphan, but they had to leave town or something like that.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason he was born somewhere else. My bad.
Yeah. So let's see. 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 10. So,
10. Okay. Well, you find
you're too dirty to have a library card. No. So.
No.
Yeah.
You you know that the Comtesse Solange Montbelliard, also known as let's see, I have it right here. Also known as the Silver Lady of Chernow, is one of the members of the Council of Heralds, and because of her position, since the Council of Heralds is essentially in charge of raising up nobility and people's status in Orlesian society, people want to stay in her good graces as a member of the council. And so she is like one of the few people in Orlais who is least likely to have enemies because because her attention is so sought after.
Okay. All right. So yes, it probably takes him, I would say, almost all day to probably, get through all that. But okay. All right. So so I think in the evening he was planning on going over to see Ade, and then maybe kind of begin his investigation. But he's trying to basically find out who might have enemies, who have they made enemies of, who's had a grudge.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And well, in the meantime, before we get to that,
sure.
Just to check in with our two other people over here. So I know you were scrubbing a wall a good majority of the day.
Yeah. She would have been with her friends. So yeah, she would have just been doing the quiet work of cleaning the city.
Okay. And Aosia, are you up to anything?
I feel like we have something loading at this moment.
Oh.
Might be preparing to send someone else magically. And, you guys already know what's about to happen. I'm going to, since I'm not ever in combat and the day is past, I'm about to hit us with a few dream sendings.
Okay. Hit me with them.
We're talking to Margarine, okay? Sending her a message.
Be like, bitch, where are you?
It's basically me being like, hi, I sent you a dream a little bit ago. Don't know if you got it. But I'm just
definitely been like over a week at this point.
I'm just doubling down a little bit on making sure that you have successfully received, and there was a new spell. I don't know if anything went wrong. You guys wanted to know if you got a few updates on a few things. Such as who you know maybe will Aiden. Can you get me in contact legitimately with my brother? Let's see. I would still like you to look into that girl Miriel Kenrick. Just I need to make sure everything shakes out about her. What else did I want to ask you? Hope you're eating well. Hope you're doing well, Slay Queen. And yeah. So if you could just find a way to slip me a note. If not, slip it to someone else. They'll get it to me. Would super appreciate it. Also, if you know anything about getting out of the tower, feel free to let me know. I've kind of already confirmed some stuff, but you were willing to help a mage out. Great. All right, sleep well, eat well, make sure you stay hydrated, Queen, and have a churro for your troubles. And I'm gonna end the dream by throwing a churro. And it's gonna be it zooms in. It's kind of wow, and then boom. It's like that Eminem.
Like a jump scare, a churro jump scare.
Yeah. Then the next one, we are yet again contacting someone who has not responded to me. Moiren, you fuck.
To be fair, he could have, and you just haven't received it yet.
Well, I'm gonna be annoying younger sister and be impatient about not knowing if my message got sent or not.
You're like, Moiren, you son of a bitch, my estranged brother.
So legit, Aosia is gonna have herself in the dream, forcing Moira to like look up at her from his perspective, and it's just her like really horribly pouting and like having her arms crossed. And she's like, I sent you a fucking dream weeks, days ago. And it's not even like, wow, Eosia, my long lost sister, who I really fucking love and would really like to fucking find. Let me send you a message and drop everything. No, I haven't received shit. Jack shit. Nothing. So, that is to say, I would really appreciate if you could fucking send me something so I could know that, like, I'm not just sending the dreams into the wind. This shit costs mana. Okay? It's not free. I don't do this free. It costs me time and energy. I have to make the script. I have to make everything look the way it does look. And then she's gonna like start changing the background, like boom, 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 boom. Just like all these different locations. And she continues doing it snap. You see, it's not easy. It's not. This is 7 points of mana. This is 7 points of mana. You know,
if I had to quantify it, it's 7 points.
like I only like if you could roughly quantify how much mana I had, even though like it only feels like a well. I've got 41. And I spend 7 of that shit on you. That's like what? Mathematically, 1 something of 41. 1 over a number, fractionized. I don't do math. You can go figure that out. That's your job now, all right? You send me fucking information with what the fraction is, and I don't know. Hello, how are you? I've been good, bad, dead. Oh. Everybody does not want to communicate. And then the one person who wants to talk to me is the wretched fucking cunt on the face of the planet. Get accosted by some low-key gay shit happening in an alleyway, and I've already got a boyfriend. It's like, can you believe this? I mean, I know I look good, but like we are literally enemies. It turns out we're not. She would just lie to my face. But this is what you're missing out on because you didn't send me anything back. Okay, you didn't find some mage to send me a dream back or send me a letter. You're just silent, traveling with the Dalish somewhere. I know you're traveling with the Dalish. I know things you don't know. And she basically just like just screaming.
Just starts becoming entirely incoherent.
So she ends the dream like that, with an echo of, call me. And who else do I have to send a message to? I'm gonna send my final message to Frederick. I'm gonna give him a dirty dream.
Respectable.
I'm gonna have a really good dream sex with Frederick. And yeah, I'm willing to suffer the consequences in the morning of that. He's gonna be like, did you have a good day? Good night? I slept like a baby, really soft in my silk sheets and my beautiful silk gown, and just I mean, I just had a pretty, plain, all right. You look really stiff right now.
Realistically, I think, depending on how this dream was, I think there's a very real chance he would try to go to your room in the middle of the night. And
yes! Yes! Oh, that man is mine. I've got him right on my fucking finger. But yeah, so I just spent 21 points of mana
on these dream sendings.
But yeah, so we end the night with groans in the dark and a bed shaking.
Incredible, as all post dream sends should be. And so I think we will then transition back over to Buccio heading to the Montbelliard estate.
Yeah, so early evening, I guess. Yeah, he's gonna stop at the gate, like official, He's like, hi. I've been here before, but I'm here to see Ade, please.
They do the whole song and dance. They
brushes his hair, make sure he's looks clean.
I would say they get somebody. They notify a servant. A servant goes and finds Ade. Ade, where would you be at this point in time when Bugio comes knocking?
I don't know why I kept getting the image of like Ade preparing for some kind of something that's coming up. So like the I guess decorations like around the estate are being changed and whatnot. So just kind of like helping to direct with that, like, no, not those flowers over there. Send those over to the south wing. Yes, and they need to go in this direction over here. Make sure they're facing the east window. Thank you. And just shit like that.
Yeah,
I just feel like it's kind of like a big cleaning and like re-up of the house for the season.
Not fair. And it's sort of like in the middle of this when you're directing all of these other servants that one of them walks up to you and says, there's someone at the front door to see you. Yes.
All right, that is for me. Thank you. Can you please make sure that you go down this list that I have here exactly as I have it written?
Oh, yes, of course. And they take the list from you.
All right. I'm giving you authority for an hour.
And
abuse it while you can.
I'll say, and then there's like a moment of silence before they start like barking out orders to the other servants.
All right, and then they will go to the receiving. Lucio in the receiving room, like the drawing room or whatever.
Yeah, sure. They post him up there while he waits.
The room is bigger than his like childhood home, probably. So
probably.
And obviously there are refreshments that are served. So
as expected.
Right. Anything for a friend of the family, of course. So Ade will walk in and say, Buccio, wonderful to see you.
He wants to sit down across from
Coming a little Russian.
Elizabeth is leaking through.
I was just thinking that. Yelly wants to be here so bad. Oh my god. Am I still here?
Yes.
Yep. Still here.
Oh my god. My computer just almost shut down.
Oh, that would have been awkward.
It's plugged in though. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Weird. Anyways. Walk in. Sit down. So, yeah. Well, it's good to see you.
It is.
So, I've done some thinking about what you've said. I would appreciate you coming, if that in that capacity, if you would like to, as a friend, just quietly staying, keeping your ear to the ground, seeing what you can see and hearing what you can eavesdrop on.
What would be the reason I'm here? Because others will ask questions as well.
What would be a believable reason?
Because I don't think he's met the rest of the family yet. I doubt it.
I mean, he's met Manon, but
right, but not.
But, she doesn't. If she doesn't have authority,
I've had a stroke of thought here.
Okay.
We will.
He's too old to be an orphan that you adopted.
When you originally came, I'm now just kind of rolling with it, Alloy. When you originally came the first time, it's around the time that one of the family came to visit for an extended stay, and they will be leaving again soon. So we will introduce you again as one of the attendants from the estate out in the country.
That's fair.
And that will give you a reason to be around, and also a deniable reason for why you're not always around.
That's fair. Let me ask you some questions before I begin.
Okay.
I'm looking for reasons, evidence within the household of perhaps someone who might hold a grudge against the family.
Mhm.
And it could become uncomfortable for you, depending on what I find. Are you willing to go there, I guess? Depending on what I find.
As in, you think that this will put the things that I've been trying to keep to myself on display, I suppose, for everyone? Or are you thinking of a different danger?
I'm thinking of there may be things about your family and friends that you didn't know. And once you find out these things, it may be difficult to accept them and move on from there. Basically, I'm planning on turning over rocks. And
If that's what it takes, then that's fine.
All right, then. I'll see what I can find. And he's kind of doing like his best, like Columbo, like kind of gets up and kind of starts to pace a little bit. And he's,
Ade will stand up and say, well, to aid you in your endeavors, walks over to a wall panel, fucking hits something, the wall opens.
oh,
Like, you might want to avail yourself of
that's
some of
useful.
the less traveled passages that we have around here.
That's quite useful. How many people know about this?
Myself, the patriarch of the house, probably most main family members know. Definitely, Monon knows and uses quite frequently. And honestly, I think she's got the entirety of this thing mostly mapped. I wouldn't be surprised. So I'm going to warn her and let her know that you might be in there, so that there's not a random scream at some point.
Well, yeah.
Because there's no keeping her out there.
And he's kind of thinking about that. He's kind of like, so she uses that quite a bit as well?
I wouldn't know the frequency of it, but she's a child, and she knows of the passages, so.
Children can be spiteful sometimes when they don't get what they want. But that's
I
neither
think
here
she'll
nor
be
there.
fine.
Okay.
She shouldn't impede what you're doing.
Yeah, in fact, no one really should know I'm here except really for you and the cover story. So, again, servants are supposed to be seen, not heard, and perhaps not even seen. So, I will try to make myself invisible, as it were.
All right.
And
Well,
he's.
then, I'll
Go
just
ahead.
say this.
Mhm.
it probably wouldn't be best to meet very often,
No.
but I think maybe check-ins every few days for the week.
Yeah.
All right. Then I leave it to your expertise.
Okay. And he's gonna go in the little.
Goes in right away, closes
Oh
the door.
hell yeah, yeah. And I mean, and then kind of close it, and then if you want to move on from there, that's fine.
It makes it a point to essentially just after that goes to Manon and it's just like, there's going to be someone in the walls. If you happen to run into them, just let it ride, essentially. Like, just be prepared for that.
And to which she's more or less like, okay, and then just goes about what she was doing before.
All right, sick. Well, that's all Ada's doing.
All right. Well, with that warning and Buccio disappearing into the walls of the estate, I think that's where we will stop tonight.
He's in the walls.
Yeah. Wow, so many things happened. Wow.
Yeah, that was a heavy episode.
This was a heavy episode. Yeah.
Yeah, that sure
We
did.
have one more.
Illicit
One more,
emotion.
folks. One more.
One more for the season.
One more for the season. We definitely need a season 4. Yes, we do.
Season 4, we all come back covered in scars and old.
scars
worn
and
down by the
old.
years. Worn down by the years.
Yeah, I would say season 4 is a season 4 is a hard flash forward.
50 years later.
I
like-
remember the war
it's
like
like-
it was yesterday.
It's like 987 dragon.
Right.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for watching. We appreciate your support, and we will be back next Friday night with the season 3 finale. So,
Oh my
all right.
god.
Well,
Wow, good night. We love you.
good night, everybody. We'll
Good
see
night,
you next
everybody.
time. Bye.